This is Nasdaq. Nasdaq. Nasdaq is pretty much going crazy right now, man. We have seen it come out of this structure here, going to reach another high and struggling to break out. This is crazy. So now, looking at the daily chart, we had our previous resistance there. And let's mark it with the horizontal line. And the past week or the last month we reached a new high. Nasdaq reached a new high. So after reaching a new high, made a new resistance, came back to create an M formation. If you know what's an M formation, you know. So, and you can see, looking at the chart, we can see that we have a new support here. And according to price action, the structure is not yet complete. Price must come reach this point there, which is 137.06 on Nasdaq, right? Which is commonly understood, talking about price action. So, and we can see we are still in a sell. And when we look at the candlesticks right here, we had this candlestick here, and we had another one engulfing the previous green candlestick here. And we had this candlestick which failed to actually break out of this new resistance level. And what happened? We saw a new red candlestick coming down with strength, which indicates that we are in a sell and we have more sell power for price to come reach this level here, down here. Now, that's all you need to know from the daily chart. So speaking of the daily chart, we can just dive deeper and see what's going on on the 8-hour chart. This is Nasdaq, guys. We are on Nasdaq, as we call it, Nasdaq. So down here, it's more understandable. We can see that somewhere around here. Let me try to draw. I don't know if this is going to be accurate, but here, somewhere there, we had a support level, right? Which price failed to break, came out of it, and now broke out of that, and we are coming down here, which is something, this is similar to the daily chart. On the 8-hour chart, this is similar to the daily chart, right? So now we go with it really on a fast. We are going with it downward. We can see, we analyze it a bit by bit. So now we can see that actually what 8-hour and daily chart are speaking the same language, right? The 8-hour and the daily chart are speaking the same language, right? I mean, even for those who like trend lines, we can see that this was a break of a trend line here, and a retest, right? For more confirmation. And now we can see that price tried to break out of that resistance there, failed, came back again here, broke, and made a candle hunted for stops and failed, and now came down, tried to turn around, because here we have a support, which is not that much visible. Here we have a support. Try to turn around here, which means it failed again. So on the way of turning around, it retested this trend line here with that doji candle there. And now we are heading down, right? Which should be this level here. So with that being said, we can see that the 8-hour is making much more sense. Everything is now becoming clear, right? So let's go to the 4-hour chart and see what can we say about it. Right. So on the 4-hour chart, we can see the 4-hour chart is still speaking the same language as the daily chart and the 8-hour. And remember, this line here is the one which indicates the previous resistance level. This one here. Now this up here represents the new high, which is the current resistance level. And now this one here represents the new support which has been created. So now we can see the new support. Price managed to make a new high, break out of that, into that new high, create a new support here, and come here on that previous resistance, create another resistance, come down again, create on the new support, create a new support. I mean a second support level, which means it's an inverse M formation. It's a W formation, double bottom. Now it came up again, retested this level here into support, went up again here, failed, came down on that support, on that resistance level, turned into support, expecting this line, this support here. Now came up again, created a new respected the previous resistance and came down again, and we can see it was struggling here. Price was struggling to come out of this structure here, which we are currently in. We can see, right? Prices has been struggling to come out of this structure here. So using our trend line knowledge, we can see that this is our trend line here. Using our trend line knowledge. Now, what can we say out of this on the 4-hour chart? Well, price came, dropped, right? Dropped to this level, right? Went up, retested the trend line, came down, now here. This is what we are seeing on the 4-hour chart, which is what we saw on the 8-hour and the day. So now let's go down to the 1-hour chart. Now we can see, to be honest, we can all see the overall on the daily chart. We saw that price must come reach this level here, because our information on the daily chart is not yet complete. For it to be complete, it must come to this level here. Price must come to this level, which we are saying the market structure on this mini level, not the whole structure of Nasdaq, because we know it's always buying, but we are seeing in this region, price must come and reach this level here, which is 137.70. So now I don't know if you disagree. You have your own reasons, but I'm seeing what I'm just saying what the market is saying. I'm not saying what I think or what I, this is what we are all here, we see. So now let's go on the 1 hour chart and try to get something out of it. So now we can see that on the one, let me get rid of this. On the 1 hour chart, we have been in this motion here. I don't know if it's a trampoline motion, but we are trapped under on this motion, you know, but trapped while going gradually going down. So the only thing that can get you sucked up into this circle is making the wrong decisions at the wrong time, entering at the wrong time, but having the right direction. You know, things like pullbacks and these things can get you sucked up in this circle. Now, I would actually advise anyone to say, if the situation is like this, it's like this, don't be pressured to participate in this for the sake of being in a trade, because you end up being sucked up into the circle here. So you just need to save yourself and wait for the right moment. Now you have to leave this for the people who have enough funds. So now you can see that since we had a retest on the trend line here, which is not clear, here it's precise on the 1 hour chart. We can see it was disrespected on the 1 hour chart. Price came and did what respected, now came down here. Now we cannot deny the fact that we are having this support there, which actually plays a big role on the longer time frames below 1 hour chart, which most of the people use to trade it, because you are not going to be into long positions. You see, if you take signals on the daily chart, it's when you have you have you have billions invested. So now let's see. Now I want to get rid of this support. I mean this level here, since we are no longer using it. We know what's happening now. So on the 30 hour, I mean on the 30 minutes chart, we can see that, well, we have a very respected and honored level here, right? Which price might play under this level for weeks, because these levels are very important. So we have our levels there. Now, prior to these levels, I would like to get rid of this trend line here, because we have seen how price is going now. Now I got rid of that trend line. Now I'm working on this. Never forgetting what the daily and 8 hour says. Using that into the lower time frame, going into the lower time frame with that knowledge. So now we can see here that, well, we had our first, this is the touch, and the second one almost failed, but came, respected this level. So what can we expect for the next week, for the coming week? I'm sorry. So the coming week, it's May, right? Today is the 1st of May 2021. So now we can see we are in a trend right there, a secret trend. We are in a secret, I would like to call it a secret trend, because not everyone can see this. Not everyone can see this. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on here? I don't know if I'm experiencing that network service or what's going on. What's happening? Well, everything is fine. Then let me go to the other side and see what's going on. Because so here we are, right? Here we are. I was on the daily chart when those things happen, on the 30 minutes chart. So when we were experiencing that service, so this is what we see on the 30 minutes chart. We have a secret trend there. The secret trend I was talking about is this one here. This one here. Now, and if you can see, something happened under that secret trend. We have this level here, this zone here, and this mini support here, and which played a role because there was, now we have this trend line running through this, and at the same time it's at the same level with the previous mini support here now, which is why you can see this candle, red candle trend there, right? And on the 30 minutes it played a big role there. Now let's go on the 15 minutes chart. On the 15 minutes chart, all we are expecting now, since this level here has been respected, I wouldn't advise anyone to take to participate into buying. But if you do, make sure you enter 80 somewhere here so that you take a profit here. 8. Now, if you like to play it safe like myself, since this level has been respected here, now if you see, if it happens that when the market opens, price comes up out of this level here and comes back here to return to makes a pullback. Now I think it will be the right moment to enter a buy, right? If you know about the retracement and pullback. Now the first place where I will be taking position is here. I'll be taking my profit, it's here. It will be it will be on the green line. That will be the first place where I'll be taking. Now, take in mind that this will be a lot of profit because this is Nasdaq and it moves, and when it moves, it makes a lot. So now, after the pullback, after entering here, I'll actually the best thing to do is just to place your pending orders right here so that they get executed, and make sure your stop loss is below here. Don't extend your stop losses and hoping for God's grace. Hoping let's minimize this thing. Now right there, right there. Now this is what I will do. If price comes up here, I'm going to place pending orders there. Now after it comes up and after it respects the analysis, I'm taking profit here, right there, right there. Why? Because we have a previous resistance here. I don't know if you can see to the other side, but if you look further to the other side, you can see it here. It extends, right? Right there. Now, that's how you play it safe. Now, looking on the downward side, when, let's say, the market opens and price continues to go down to this side and even breaks out of this support, it comes and breaks out of this support. Now, the best advice is to wait for a pullback to this level here, because what's going on is that it will always come back to a previously respected level to retest it, even if it might not be in perfect shape to the human eye. But if you know price action, you will probably see. And the best way to do it is to place pending orders again for this level here, for the best entries. Or maybe you don't catch it, Now is to place pending orders and make sure your stop is maybe there. And concerning taking profit, I'll say let it run. Just set your stop. And after the pullback, if it runs into profit, because remember something about this thing is that don't invest the money you are not ready to lose, right? So set your stops and set your pending orders there with the stops. Now, when it comes to this one, don't set your take profit. Let it run. Let it move a few pips. And if you feel like those pips are enough, move your stops into break even and let it ride down. Now, the overall take profit we are looking for, referencing the daily chart. Let me get rid of this. The overall take profit we are looking for, referencing the daily chart, is this one down here. And don't expect the market to move straight like this. It will always go into zigzags like this. So you will be tempted, you feel like it's turning and you will close and you will regret. So now the best option is to enter this with pending orders if possible. If you are not afraid, you can use market execution, which is for the tough ones. So now, after market execution, now if the movement it passed through this point, after moving your stop loss into break even, and it comes down to pass through this point here on the green line here, and it moves few pips away from this line, move your stop loss here. And from here, you can either take your profit or just let it run to this level here and keep staking. And something you have to take into consideration when you move your stop here, it might create another pullback which comes to this level here. Now be on the lookout for that, or I would advise you to actually put your stop loss maybe there, so that when it comes back to retest this level here, because it always does, coming down again, so that you don't get caught and regret. So I hope that's clear. From here, if you're good at this, you will know that from where it is right now, taking a buy is a gamble. And because you've seen what is going on the daily chart and the 8-hour and the 4-hour, so it's a gamble. So the safest way now is for it to break out of this and give us a pullback, which assures changing direction. So now if it comes here, just be patient for it to make a pullback and try to enter. So that's it for this video. So if you rock with it, don't forget to to press that like button, and so that you can be updated for the next one. See you in the next one.